Would you believe me if I told you that a $150 test could quite literally save your life? It's true. When people move to the Triangle, they worry about things they can see. With homes with older roofs, outdated HVAC units, or crawl spaces with mold. But right now, there is an invisible, odorless gas seeping out of our North Carolina soil and into thousands of local homes, and it's completely undetected. And it's the leading cause of lung cancer among non-smokers nationwide. It's called radon. And if you're buying or selling a home in Wake, Durham, or Johnston County right now, ignoring this one thing could cost you big time. In this video, I'm going to be breaking down the reality of radon in the Raleigh market, how our unique geology impacts your home, and exactly how to use a radon test as a massive piece of leverage in your real estate negotiations. Okay, don't forget to watch all the way till the end. I'm going to give you an insider scoop info on how sealing or encapsulating your crawl space can actually cause a bigger issue with radon. I'm Sam Coe, the listing specialist here at Dream Team Realty Group, and our mission every day is to guide your family home here in the Raleigh Triangle area of North Carolina. We've been doing this for 11 years, and it's our true passion. All right, let's do a quick 30-second reality check. What actually is radon? A lot of people have never even heard of it. It's actually a naturally occurring radioactive gas that comes from the breakdown of uranium in soil, rock, and water. So totally naturally occurring. But because it's a gas, it moves up through the ground and it finds its way into your home through foundation cracks, construction joints, or gaps around the pipes. And if you're on a crawl space or a basement, the gas just sits inside those open areas and it's trapped. It builds up as it sits there. Now, you might think, is this really a Raleigh problem? Yes, absolutely it is. Parts of the Triangle area, especially northern Wake County, parts of Chapel Hill and Durham, they sit on a geological formation known as the Raleigh Belt. And this area just naturally contains a lot of granite rock, and it therefore naturally has higher levels of uranium as it breaks down. Now, the EPA says that any radon level at or above 4.0 picocuries per liter, that's how it's measured, that requires immediate mitigation. And guess what? It is incredibly common to pull a radon test in areas like North Raleigh, Wake Forest, or Apex and see numbers at a 5, an 8, or even well over 10. And with these numbers, keep in mind that radon emission is not linear. It can actually change with temperature, over time, with weather, and that 4.0 threshold is an average with readings that are taken over a period of time. With home inspections, when you're coupling and adding a radon inspection on, 48 hours of testing time is the gold standard when you're testing for the high levels of radon. Now, I will say, radon levels can fluctuate. You could do your test day one, it be below 4 over a 48-hour period, and if you test again in the fall, it may be over 6 in a 48-hour period. So it's really something that can be fluctuating and you need to pay attention to. Okay, if you are a buyer in today's Raleigh market, here is where this becomes a massive deal. During your due diligence period, you're going to hire a home inspector. Do not skip the radon test. We never let our clients skip it. It actually costs an extra $150 to $200. The inspector will leave a continuous monitoring device in the lowest living level of the home for 48 hours as a measuring period. And here is why this is your leverage. If that test comes back at a 4.0 or higher, we're not panicking. Instead, we're going back to the sellers and we're asking for a radon mitigation system to be installed at their expense before closing, or we can ask for a financial credit so you can have it done yourself. Overall, it's a safety issue and something that a seller really needs to be pressed to agree to do. In a balanced market like we have right now in 2026, sellers are highly likely to agree to this. Why? Because once a radon test comes back high, that is now a material fact, something that would affect a reasonable person's ability or agreement to buy a home. By North Carolina law, even if you walk away from the house, that seller must then disclose that high radon reading to every single future buyer who walks through the door. So it is truly in their best interest to fix it for you and to stay in contract with you. And the good news in all of this is that radon is relatively easy to manage and mitigate once you know that it's a problem. So what does fixing or mitigating the radon actually look like? A lot of people hear radioactive gas and think the house is a toxic waste dump. That's not the case. The fix is actually incredibly simple. The idea is to just truly release the trapped gas that's building up inside your home. A professional radon mitigation company will install a sub-slab depressurization system, and essentially they're drilling a small hole in the basement or the crawl space slab. They run a PVC pipe from beneath the house up to the roof line and attach it to an inline fan. And the fan's gonna pull the gas out from under the house and it vents it safely out into the open air before it ever enters your living space to build up. And again, the gas just simply needs a way to escape from being trapped inside your house. And that's when it builds up to those dangerous levels. In the Raleigh area, a standard radon mitigation system costs anywhere from $1,500 to $2,500, depending on whether the home has a slab, a crawl space, or a basement. And the way it's installed is going to vary a little bit based on those structural differences as well. It takes about half a day to install. It's virtually a silent system and it works instantly. So a very effective mitigation against this radon gas buildup. Now, what if you were looking to sell your home in the Triangle? If you live in an area known for higher radon levels, you might want to consider doing a pre-listing radon test. If it comes back high, you can mitigate it proactively for a couple $1,000. So why do this instead of waiting for the buyer to do their own testing? This is going to keep you in total control of the transaction. You get to choose the contractor, the timeline, and you prevent the buyer from using that high radon reading as an excuse to get spooked or demand massive price cuts or get general cold feet about the deal. Another piece of insider scoop information on radon as well that we've kind of experienced in recent transactions is that having a fully encapsulated crawl space where it's totally sealed off and kind of its own environment, this does not prevent high radon readings. That gas is still trapped inside, can build up and emit that higher level of radon into your home. So that's something to keep in mind. So at the end of the day, radon is a completely fixable problem. It should not stop you from buying your dream home in North Raleigh or any other part of the Triangle, and it shouldn't stop you from getting top dollar for your home in Cary. You just need to know how to navigate the process. And if you are planning a move to the Raleigh area or you're getting ready to put your local home on the market and you want to make sure that you're protected from these hidden hurdles like radon, let's chat. You can always shoot us a text, drop a comment below, reach out, email, Facebook, carrier pigeon. We're here. We can book a no pressure strategy call directly onto our calendars. And don't forget to hit subscribe for more honest, unfiltered truths about the Raleigh real estate market. And we will see you next week.